Hello all, this is Alexander Elias. I have in front of you a slideshow. I'm going to be talking to you about mobile user experience. I explain how your approach to mobile development has changed as a result of what you've learned in MUX, mobile user experience. About UX. What is UX? UX equals user experience. Not to be confused with UI, user interface. User experience. What do you understand about UX? Well, first let's kind of overview what is UX. UX is user experience. What is user experience? User experience is the experience of the user while facilitating or using an application. UX is encompassing UI, I would say, and a plethora of other things. But overall, it is the experience of the user of an application, or in our case, our application. Why does UX matter? UX matters because if your user experience isn't good, or even meet any sort of quality at all, there's no reason for a user to even use that application ever again. Even if they use that application one time and they see that they have a poor user experience, it's likely that they'll never touch that application or re-download it again. So why does UX matter? Well, it's vital to the experience of every user, first time, second time, and a million times over. In what ways will you design apps differently? Now that I've kind of taken a course on user experience, I'd say most of my methods, most of my patterns would be fairly similar. I think more of the thing that I learned was really the process of designing an application, or going about learning how to think like a user, and those little steps that most developers might miss. So the ways that I'll design apps differently isn't so much of the point that I would say, but I would say that some of the ways that I might design it differently is really just paying attention to how the user uses the application, and really making sure that my design fits something that's compatible to all users, left hand, right hand, and really just follows the guidelines of whatever OS I'm designing for. What criteria will I use to evaluate applications? Well, criteria changes. The HIG changes every time another version of iOS comes out. It's always improving though, generally, and there's a lot of base standards that pretty much stay the same, but the criteria, a good way to evaluate my application or any application, is to first, try to erase anything that I'm thinking of or that you think of about your application, and all the things that you know of, and really try to take it as a perspective from a user and that's never used that application, or maybe even moderately mobile illiterate in some way, and to really try to put yourself in their shoes and then test your application that way. Or another criteria that you could evaluate your app is by providing it to someone to evaluate and critique it for you, or to get testers and to get their critique, and that's a really good way to evaluate any application. So what have I learned about looking at the UX of other apps? Well, over the last couple months, it's been something that just has started to kind of come natural. But after taking UX, I really pay attention a lot more to the processes of things and how that experience is, and the process in which to accomplish tasks. So really, that's something that I've learned at the UX of other applications is identifying their processes to complete tasks and the experience that I have while doing that. So what have I learned from reading the HIG? There's a great wealth of knowledge in there pertaining to any operating system, specifically mostly iOS, but I've learned a lot about just paying attention to the system applications and really understanding the way that their experience is and their UI is, and understanding their flow and how that works will really assist and has really assisted me, and I've learned a lot from it in just really observing their system applications. Uh, so yeah, that's really what I've learned from HIG, and you can learn a lot really just even from using the operating system itself, and really learning from it that way. But this is Alex, and this is my some of the things I learned in MUX. Thanks for watching.